has been a lot of Smash Bros. Variants of, well, Smash Bros. Ranging from Rivals of Ether to Super Smash Bros. 2 to even Multiverses, which is dead now. But none of those games compared to one that is created by the one and only Quartz-san, and that would be Virtual Smash Fantasy. We're gonna be playing today that game, since it's already like a beta at the moment, and we'll see how it runs up to see if it meets up with Smash Bros and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right in to the game itself. All right, now this is Virtual Smash Fantasy, a game produced and made by Quartz. Now, obviously, of course, that, since it is a Japanese game, or this is the game that I actually have been watching, or this is something I've been wanting to play for a little bit, because Quartz here has posted videos on her YouTube, which you should probably go follow as well, about, this. And honestly, it looks pretty nice. I mean, obviously, of course, that, there is going to be some jank, and it's not going to be like, fully, clear. It's not going to be fully smooth, but, it still looks pretty good. In my eyes, it still looks pretty good. And again, I would definitely want to try this game out. And hey, I now got the chance to. Let's jump in. Right now is in the beta version, which is beta 1.2.0. So it's still like getting stuff ready for it, and making sure that it still runs very, very smoothly. So we got the normal, we got the settings right here, we got the Smash, we got I'm thinking this is probably like for the other game modes, like for a home run and everything. That's probably like that's more or less like in a work in progress, because I'm pressing A button, it's obviously not taking me there. This is training, obviously. This means I can exit the game, and then of course this is like the help. This is the vote, so that's pretty much all that I can tell you. So let's go to training mode again. And by again I mean by for the first time, because again, like I said, I haven't just spent like fucking 28 minutes or almost 30 minutes recording, and my mic did not pick up any of what I just said. So anyway, let's go ahead and go on. So we have Suzu here, and we have Quartz. These two are the only characters that they have right now. So I'm hoping that they bring in more characters, because again, I think this game has a lot of potential. And then with these two, like I feel like that these two have something in common now. So let's go ahead and just let's see how they work, and we can go ahead and go for it. So this is Quartz here, the one that's in the sweater. So far she moves pretty nice. Okay, well a little stoppy, a little like of sudden halt, but it's not bad. So we have our normal. We have the jab, obviously. Then of course we have the grab. Then we have up throw. Then we have a down throw. And then we have forward throw. And then we have back throw. So standard, pretty standard. So for this one, I can't really do up tilt moves, because, I can't do up tilt moves. I just haven't figured that out yet. But just basically I can't stick jump, so I have to literally just do this and do the input while I'm in the air, which that's how I used to do back in Smash 4 days. It was a little difficult, because again I only played Smash. I played Smash Brawl, and then of course I was the odd one out. I didn't really use like a pro controller or like a controller itself for Smash Bros. I mainly just used the Wii remote for Brawl, and I used the 3DS as a controller when I played Smash 4, because I was broke. I didn't have a Wii U, and I didn't have controllers, so I didn't know controllers existed besides the Wii remote and the Wii U gamepad. So I really didn't play that all that much. So again, I just really used the 3DS. Otherwise, I've been playing on a pro controller for Smash Ultimate, and hey, it feels pretty nice. It feels pretty good. I don't know if she's gonna implement GameCube, but we'll see. I don't know. But let's go ahead and see. So this right here, this is her neutral special. She throws fire like Mario. Her side B is a hammer, the Pico Pico hammer. Which as you can see, that as strong at a peak, it does do a lot of damage. Then of course the counter. You got the counter, which is pretty standard. Then you have the recovery, which the recovery is kind of, it's not as high as you thought it will be. I mean, like maybe on the ground it's not okay. It's like on the ground it's not that high, but like in the air it's kind of like high. Well, in the air it's kind of like higher. So like So, okay, well maybe not as high, but it's there, Let me think. Oh, so this is the down air, this is the up air, back air, and well, actually I just did forward air, but hold on. Back air explodes, and then this is the forward air, which looks a little weird, but yeah. This is tilt. Well, this is down tilt. And then this is forward tilt, and then this is up tilt, which it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And then of course, I can do that for quartz, and I think that that's pretty much it for quartz on terms of how she moves, and of course she spikes. So that's for quartz. Let's go ahead and do Suzu now. Now Suzu, it's like Palutena. She's very rangy. She has a lot of range here. And I can see like some inspiration that is from what do you call it? So of course got the normal jab. Oh, and it's a multi jab. Okay, so for Suzu it's a multi jab, but it's not like Palutena's where it's like it just kind of like so then of course her up tilt is that, her down tilt is this, her up tilt, that's her up smash, never mind. Her up tilt is literally just like Quartz's, which is no different. Back air, which I feel like her back air is really strong. I feel like her back air is really strong, like maybe like Falco's back air, or maybe like someone's back air, or any person that has like a really like a powerful hip of back air. So that's very much it. And then of course we have the natural forward air, which the forward air is not that bad, but I feel like there's a lot of combo potential when she does her forward air. Then you got the up air, which is pretty unique, and then her down air, which is pretty standard on that. So now we have her specials, which is kind of like Quartz's, I think. Okay, so it does have a long reach, and if you hold the button down, it does get faster. She has a teleport move like Palutena, and she has I'm guessing this is a grab. Yep, it's a grab. Okay. Oh, and then I forgot to also mention her side B is like K. Rool's crown, which basically she just throws it and it boomerangs back to her. But it does keep your opponent in range, so it's kind of like Link's boomerang or K. Rool's like crown. But I think that you can also angle it in a way. Let me see. Okay, so it only goes down whenever you. Okay, so so it doesn't like have any lateral movement, but it does like go back and forth. So like if you're jumping and you do this, like it can't come back to you. It just has like a long like long time to come back. But yeah, those are the showcase of both characters. Now let's go ahead and see how they fare in battle. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. All right. Now, for core. Oh, I didn't forget to do the neutral special. Well, this is Core's neutral special. But I feel like there's a lot of combo game I can do with her. I just don't know how I can do it. gameplay wise, I feel like this game, it feels a little slow, which I mean it makes sense because like it's a homebrew of Smash Bros. Um, but I think it could work. I think it could really work. Oh my god, I forgot I didn't even do the response. Okay, let me just go ahead and do this. Okay, so this is up taunt, which is her powering up, like, well, so, okay, so let me see. So her up taunt is this, it's powering up, like it's Dragon Ball. And then, Suzu, get off me. Okay, Suzu, you need to get off me. Oh, the 4-piece. Oh, the arm. Okay. Okay, so the hammer has super armor. Okay, so that's her up taunt, which is just a wave, pretty standard. And then this is her down tilt, which is basically showing the face, showing the art of her face, which is cool actually. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cute. Nice dodge. So I think that her hammer has a little bit of super armor. Wait, can I use it as an attack? Hold on, let me actually see something. Oh, I can. Okay, so I can use her up B. I can use her up special as an attack. Okay, cool. Oh, let me go ahead and show you the alts real quick, just to go ahead and go for that. So obviously we got the base alt, we got the default, which is her. Then we have the one with the turquoise, or I think that's probably cyan, but I think that's turquoise sweater, which again, that's pretty cute. I think that's pretty cute. Then we have nickel quartz, which is essentially one of her arts, or one of her like previous like drawings of her as a cat with cat ears. And then of course, right, so we have her default, which basic mage stuff. Then we have her classic in her kimono, or at least like mage kimono or something like that. And then these two are like the same as before. The only difference is this one is a little bit lighter, and I feel like this one's a reference to an anime or something. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna go with this one and see how she goes. Okay, so she definitely has like the Okay, so her, you can definitely do a fair chain with her. I reckon. I feel like you can definitely do a fair chain like Kirby, or yeah, I feel like you can do a fair chain like Kirby or Meta Knight. I feel like, or Falcon, or Samus actually, because Samus does have that too. But yeah, she's really rangy. Oh, that's a down smash. Okay, so that's a down smash, and then of course it's an up dash, and then of course this one is just that. So I really think that this game does have potential. Goodbye. This game has potential. I just can't wait to see like whatever character she's gonna pull up for this. Again, I'm pretty excited for it though. Who I would play out of the two, who I would play, I would definitely play Quartz. I'm not saying I won't play Suzu either, but I think like Quartz is like a lot more fun, and she does have a lot of like goofy combos. I feel like that it could work. So yeah, no, I definitely feel like she could definitely work. Though I definitely feel like that if they were to add more characters, definitely I would say like it would be kind of cool if they added like you know what, I'll try this one. Why not? I'll try that. I'll try this one. I feel like that there could be a lot more potential characters to like add. Like for example, you know, like what do they have VTubers in here, you know? Like and I mean like having big VTubers could be like pretty insane. Like what would I think it would be kind of cool, but I don't know how that would work essentially. So I don't think that it could possibly work out, but like, you know, it would still be cool to see like Henya the Genius come in there, or what's her name? Not Crony. I'm trying to think of the VTuber that Kason, like Henya or Kason. I feel like those two would be like a great addition to this game. Because I mean, I know it's like a Japanese like specific game, but it would be so cool to have them in there. You know, even even if it's like OCs, like there's different characters, or, like different people, it still would be like a good. It would still be kind of cool to have, you know. Okay, so she can't make it. But, yeah, no, I really think that this game has a lot of potential. You know, and, like, and, like, this, then there could be, like, a good story mode. Like, there could be, like, a good villain to be in there that's gonna might be playable. Kind of like in, Blue Central Fiction kind of thing, you know? Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna try something. Okay, so the hammer does have super armor. Like, a little bit of super armor. That's insane. That hammer is gonna be like, if this game ever turns into like a real like meta game, I feel like that the hammer is definitely the meta here, in my opinion. I think this game is pretty good. I recommend you guys try it out, and you know, make sure you go and follow Quartz. I'll have her YouTube linked in the video. I'll also have the video like this game also linked into the video. Make sure you go and check her out. This is again in the beta phase. Quartz, if you're watching this video, all I gotta say is arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for letting me play the game, or letting me try this out for the first time. And I will catch you guys later.